American landscape painting acquired an extraordinary resonance in the 19th century. Recognizable American scenery, but conceived on the models that had long been established in European painting that signified particularly two basic responses. There was the wilderness, which evoked the sublime, excitement, agitation, wonder, and then the beautiful, which signals a landscape that has been cultivated by the hand of man to be a hospitable setting. In a way, they're cliches, but there's a lot of truth in them when you begin to unpack them. By the 1830s, the wilderness was rapidly being claimed, cultured, cultivated, developed. And there's always this push and pull in the American psyche between a belief in progress and a reverence for the sanctity of the so-called wilderness. But landscapes tell stories. They tell it through weather, through the time of day. Can you walk into the painting easily? Or are you obstructed? Would you have to sort of clear the way? And one of the great iconographies that shows the hand of man beginning to operate is an axe-cut stump. It's unmistakable, and it's what I call a memento mori. This is what was forfeited in order that you could have this vista. I mean, there is a beauty and a harmony and a finish to these paintings that makes them very attractive, but it just takes a couple of visual cues to initiate a deeper understanding of the moment and the historical mindset. And one of the reasons I think also that landscape was seen as so powerful in the United States is that it implies a collective ownership. It's like Cole's admonition. Whether it's the banks of the Hudson or the banks of the Oregon, this is your country. But looking at these landscapes, it conceives of Americans as a unified set of political understandings. It conferred upon what was in fact a very contentious and fragile union of interests. It implied that it was a nation. It is, sort of the great song, this land is your land, this land is my land. I mean, it's sung visually in a way in these paintings, but some of the complexities, some of the tensions, and some of the darker sides of this kind of movement are still acknowledged here and there. And these paintings are, to be sure, they are an ideal vision, but they're very convincing, and they reflect a set of beliefs that are still current today.